Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I wanted to do a first impressions using my new LA Colors eyeshadow palette. I picked this up recently and I wanted to give it a try. I have not used LA Colors eyeshadows before, but I've actually heard really good things about them. So let's go ahead and try it on. So this little palette here, I actually made a haul video on my, it should be already up on my channel, and I'll go ahead and put the little picture here so you guys can find it. I have a couple of eyeshadow palettes from that collection that should be or will be uploaded to my channel. I picked this one up because I thought it would be super fun to try, and I'm always up for using a new eyeshadow palette because I love eyeshadow palettes. So this one just costs $1.25 at Dollar Tree. So this eyeshadow palette has 6 colors. You have 3 matte colors and then 3 shimmer colors. I feel like this is a really good summer eyeshadow palette. You could do a couple of looks with this, and I mainly picked it up because of these, of course because of the colors, but then also I feel like this would be a great palette for everyday wear. So to start off, I already washed my face and I need to put on some cream. So for this look, I think I'm just gonna use all, if not mainly, Dollar Tree products. To start off, I'm going to be using my Plump Gem Hyaluronic Acid Serum from Simply Posh. Yeah, so it is still really hot here and I don't want to put too much on my face today. I've really been enjoying this sunscreen because it doesn't burn my skin and it's actually really hydrating. And I think that's because it does have hyaluronic acid. Okay, so I actually just pulled out everything that I'm going to use today. So the products I'm going to be using are mostly from Dollar Tree, a couple of drugstore items. I guess this will be a full Dollar Tree makeup look today. So now that I have a sunscreen on, I'm noticing my face getting a little bit red. I'm not sure why sunscreen makes my face red. Do you guys ever have that problem? I didn't really have anything on my face other than that serum. But I'm gonna go ahead and use this cooling stick from Dollar Tree. I actually really like this. I've used it a couple of times and it's really hydrating. It has like a really nice, like, smooth texture, and my face is really soft if I pair it with the moisturizer. So today's moisturizer, I'm going to be using Global Beauty Care Moisturizing Daily Face Gel Lotion. This is from Dollar Tree, and I actually really like this lotion. It's pretty lightweight. I feel like it's perfect to wear under makeup. I've had 0 problems with breakouts using this. So this is actually the first moisturizer from Dollar Tree, if not the only moisturizer that I've actually liked. So I'm gonna get started by priming my eyes. This is from Miss A. This is the Amuse Eyeshadow Primer, and I really like this eyeshadow primer. I feel like it does such a good job lasting all day. And I only paid $1 for this. So I think I'm gonna do a mermaid look with this. So I'm gonna be playing with the bottom row down here. So to start off, I'm going to be using this shade and just apply that to the crease. I'm going to be taking my crease brush And I'm going to be applying this matte blue shade and kind of put it directly on the crease and kind of blend it out a little bit. And I'm gonna leave that lid for the green. And whenever I do eyeshadow, I like to kind of like pat on the eyeshadow because I feel like it goes on nicer. And then I will blend it out. This is actually a really nice eyeshadow. I really like that color. Like, it's not super pigmented, but, or like, it's not vibrant, but it does have a nice color. So I'm gonna take a fluffy brush and kind of blend that out. And I'm gonna get a little bit more of that blue color and kind of make it brighter. Yeah, so the color is definitely buildable. And I feel like I have something in my eye.
So then I really want this color to pop and I want it to last all day. So I'm going to be using my NYX face glue and kind of use that as kind of like a placeholder to kind of make it more pigmented and make it last longer. I've been using this for a couple of my makeup looks recently and it makes such a great little primer for eyeshadow especially. I already have a couple of primers that I use for my face, but this has such strong like holding power that it has such like a grippy texture, so the eyeshadow really adheres well to it. And I was mainly looking for specifically eye primer for glitter eyeshadows, but I feel like this works just as well. I haven't had any luck finding any at all. I don't even know if they exist. It's like in like regular stores. So I'm just gonna apply a little bit. And I'm just gonna apply that where I'm gonna put that green eyeshadow.
I'm gonna be taking this green and I'm just going to basically put this directly on the lid. That's a really pretty color. So I'm gonna be taking that blue color again and kind of applying more here. I feel like there's a little patch that I need to cover up. I'm going to very lightly blend this. I don't know, maybe it's a lighting, but I feel like it's kind of patchy right here, but I can't seem to get it. So this green is actually very subtle when you wear it with the blue. I actually like how it blends together. Most of the colors are lighter than they're kind of lighter on the skin. That's why it's always best to use an eyeshadow primer. I feel like if I didn't use the eyeshadow primer, the color wouldn't stick on that well. But yeah, like this is such a really beautiful color. And I think under the eye, I'm probably gonna go with a green. Or maybe I could do silver. But we're gonna set this aside for now and then work on the face. The primer I'm gonna be using today is a Be Pure Essentially Ageless primer. And I'm just gonna be applying this all over the face. And I really like this primer. It has like a really nice texture to it. and I feel like it does a good job holding my makeup in place. And I unfortunately do not have any Dollar Tree foundation, but I'm going to be using my mixed Covergirl foundation. This is actually mixed with lotion, and this is a foundation I've been using this year. I feel like foundation lasts me forever. I don't really go through it as much. And then I like to use my e.l.f. foundation to kind of give it a little bit of a glow. And this is like the best foundation I've had in a very long time. You can wear it by itself, but I just prefer to mix it in. And I've actually tried this recently, but I've been taking my brush and I've been kind of just like brushing my foundation before using my beauty blender, and I feel like it goes on smoother. And then I will take my beauty blender and blend that all in. And then I'm gonna take 2 of my concealers. These are both by Be Pure. So this concealer is actually pretty dark on me. That's why I'm using this. Kind of mask my skin tone a little bit. And my powder foundation is gonna kind of blend everything out a little bit better. So then once I have that, I'm gonna go in with some bronzer drops. I want a little bit of a glow today. And this one is a really beautiful color. I feel like it really matches my skin tone. And I actually was gonna use it with this one. This one I haven't used yet, but the colors are so similar that I think I'm just gonna use it by itself for another video. So then next I'm gonna take my foundation. This is a Maybelline Fit Me foundation. And this one is in my skin color. And we're just going to, and I'm just gonna pat that all over, kind of set in that, all of those cream products. So I'm gonna be lining my waterline with this light blue color. This is LA Girl Pastel Dream eyeliner, and this is in the shade Powder Blue. This eyeliner is so creamy. It glides on really nicely. For the inner corner, I'm gonna use my Wet n Wild Chameleon Chrome eyeliner. This is in the shade Superstar Suit, and it's just basically a really pretty blue-green color. And I'm just gonna apply that in my inner corner, and I'm actually just applying that directly on top of the blue. And then you know what? I think I'm going to just put this directly under the blue line. So let's try that. Yeah, that looks really good. I really like how I can see the shimmer. Because if I were to mix the colors, it would just look too muddy. Next, I'm going to take this eyeliner and kind of run it across my upper lash line. And I'm going to, oh no. Oh. Yeah, I pushed it up way too much. Ooh, that's so pretty. Yeah, this won't be a mermaid look if you don't have a little bit of chrome colors going on. So over the blue, I'm just gonna take my finger and just do a very light wash of that silver color. Kind of give it some sparkle. I'm also gonna pat this on. I'm gonna put that all over the lid. I'm gonna take more of that green and kind of put some in the center. I really love that. This is actually a really great eyeshadow palette. So on my lower lash line, I'm going to be wearing my LA Color Blue mascara. And I'm also going to be putting some on the outer edge. And I really love this mascara. It does go on kind of clumpy, but once you work with it, it gives such a beautiful color. So then, whenever it gets kind of clumpy, I just like to wipe it off a little bit and then kind of fix it a little bit. Rest of our lashes, I'm going to be using my waterproof Maybelline mascara, and this is the Mega Plush on the inner corner. I'm trying not to mix the blue, which I already did. Next, I'm going to be setting my face with the AOA Studio Perfect Setting Powder. And this is actually a new one. I have not used this before. I'll be taking my Mrs. Puff little sponge and just dabbing this under the eye. And then for my blush, I'm going to be using LA Colors blush in XOXO. I'm going to be applying a very little bit. And then for my lips, I'm going to go with a natural lip color today. I'm going to use my Rimmel London lip pencil, and this one, I think it's called 1,000 Kisses. And then I'm going to be using my LA Colors lipstick in the shade Natural Shine. And then I don't have any Dollar Tree setting powders, but I do have my Wet n Wild setting powder. So we're just gonna set that. That is my completed look. So I'm obsessed with this look. I feel like this is so beautiful. So I really loved how this turned out. And I have to say, this little palette is just really beautiful. I love all the colors on here. And the silver one, it does add a little bit of shimmer, but I feel like you'd have to use this on its own to really get that color. Next time, I think I'm going to be playing with the top row here, but they blended really nicely. They are pretty buildable, and I feel like these are perfect for every day. And these are just $1.25 at Dollar Tree, and they have a lot of other eyeshadow palettes that I think you guys should go check out. It's perfect for when you're on a budget or you're doing a low buy like I am. So yeah, this makes me want to go to Dollar Tree and pick up all the LA Colors eyeshadows. I mean, I'm not gonna do that, but I really love these. They're actually more pigmented than this brand here. If I were to pick a good eyeshadow palette, if I really want something with like color, I would probably go with this one. This one is, however, a pretty good eyeshadow palette. I have used this in a video, but this overall is really, really good. So that is all for today's video. If you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel, and if you like this video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up, and let me know if you like this look that I created. Let me know what you guys think of LA Colors. I have been seeing some like cat themed eyeshadow palettes, but they haven't been at my store yet, so hopefully soon. So thank you so much for watching today's video. Make sure you go hug your cat or dog today. Make sure you're kind to people today, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.